Hey guys, Chris and Randy here with Marksman Shooting Sports and WeBuyGuns.com in Westfield, Indiana. Thanks for joining us here on Marksman TV. Today we have another unboxing video for you. Got in quite a bit of stuff today, so let's go ahead and jump into it now. All right, first up we got one from a customer in North Carolina. Big thank you. And
got it.
1, 2, 3.
Got it.
This is a big old heavy gun. All right, what we have here.
Safety Harbor.
Safety Harbor, so that's one of their lowers. How you doing? This is a Safety Harbor 50 BMG bolt action. Very large Beretta style. Let's see here. Some assembly is obviously required. There's that. Lower receiver. We're missing a bolt. Nice.
Ah!
Ooh, man.
The bolt. It's quite frightening, actually.
It would be helpful to put the bolt face in first, right?
Oh, you mean the way it goes and not inverted?
So not backwards.
I thought you were just like showing me how it didn't go.
Did I do it, Randy?
Possibly.
I think I did.
Ah!
Okay. I am pretty sure that I have this correct. It feels like it. Okay. Safety Harbor. This is, so I know that they sell these things as completed uppers. They have them magazine fed or just single shot bolt action like this one. This is a 50 BMG. You can get these actually with just the upper by itself, and they're supposed to drop onto an AR-15 type lower receiver. They have a magazine fed and single shot like this. Per my limited research that I did when this came through onto the website. So it is a pretty cool firearm, not super expensive as far as 50 BMGs go. Kind of reminds me of that Mark Serbu contraption that was infamous on the internet. But anyway, pretty cool firearm, not much else really to say about it. What do you think?
Just stick your thumb in it.
Yep, just stick your thumb in it.
I mean, it's got a few marks on it, a few scrapes, but I would definitely say very good condition, Chris.
Yeah, I would say very good as well. Just a couple small handling marks. The paperwork's got to be in here somewhere, but we'll save you guys the time of us looking for it. So anyway, very cool firearm. Big thanks for sending this one in, and a good way to start off this video.
All right, Chris, next up is one from a customer in Kansas. Thank you very much for sending that in. Let's see what's inside.
Is that it?
Yep. Check the paperwork. Nothing here.
Chris, first I'd like to thank you for the excellent programs you have on YouTube. You're very welcome. I started with used gun reviews, which are entertaining and very informative. Now I've included your unboxing episodes, of which we have your gun, sir, which are also very informative and entertaining. Thank you. The only drawback is that although Randy is knowledgeable and fun to watch, he has one character flaw, believing that Glock is superior to Sig Sauer. Other than that, he knows quite a bit and even appreciates a good 1911. That he does.
Yes.
Second, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to share some of my collection at the shop, and I know you will give them a good home. Third, could you at least one of you two carry a decent knife that will open boxes and not cut yourself? That is a big negative. I stick to my scissors. The scissors have become a meme. Our first video, I didn't have my knife, so I used a pair of scissors. And like every single comment in the video was about the scissors. So I decided I'm just going to use the scissors.
You're just too hard-headed.
I'm just too stubborn and hard-headed. Although I do carry a knife with me, I stick with the scissors for the comical effect of this video. Thank you so much for sending us your gun, and thank you for the note. We do often get notes from people, so it's always fun to read.
And I appreciate the constructive criticism.
You're not going to listen either, are you? I like Glocks. They're functional for me. I can appreciate that Sig is a nicer firearm, in my opinion. I like the Sig 226 quite a bit, actually. Here we go. Beautiful gun. 22 LR Henry. It's not the H001, is it? H004 with the brass receiver. Randy, this is your ballpark. It's not a Glock.
It's not a Glock.
Does it take Glock magazine?
It does not take Glock magazines.
Well, then I don't
It is
want
a
it.
tubular magazine. Does not have a King's patent loading gate. To my knowledge, they have not came up with that on the 22s yet. A lot of your Henrys, including the Golden Boys.
It would be kind of interesting in 22. It'd be such a tiny load.
Yeah, yeah. In the last year, they've started adding the King's patent gate. But this is the octagonal barrel. They refer to it as the Frontier model. These things are tack drivers, extremely accurate. If you're going to have, other than a Marlin 39A, which is probably the best lever action 22 ever made.
I agree with that.
I would go with one of the Henrys, and I would lean towards the octagonal barrel. This is a beautiful gun. There's no smoother action than a Henry. That's about all I have to say about that.
And needless to say, this thing looks unfired. It still
Yeah.
has the hang tag on it. What do you think about the condition?
Does not even need polished up, Chris. Excellent condition.
I agree. Thank you so much for sending this one to us. All right, up next we have one from the same customer in Kansas. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, look, another note. I think it's the same note. Yeah, same note. And reinforce. We reinforce the points. There you go. Looks like we have several items in here.
Need some bags, John? I have bags of bags.
I got 3 dogs. For your dogs. Okay, thank you. All right, Charles Daly, single action revolver. That's what the box says. Very nice. And I love single actions. Charles Daly, I'm sure that this was manufactured in Italy. Yes, it was. So it's probably a Uberti or some form of Italian manufacturer. KBI import, branded by Charles Daly. Single action army manufactured in Italy. Ooh, there's something funky going on there. The hammer does not fall all the way forward. Does it have one of those weird Italian safeties? It does.
Nope.
So the base pin can push in all the way to block the hammer, as I have stumbled upon. On the original Colts, they did not have that safety feature in the base pin, so you have to back it out slightly. The base pin does travel all the way through the back of the frame, so if it's manufactured a little bit longer with an extra notch added to it, it can push through the end of the frame and interfere with the hammer, which is a safety feature that the Italian ones like to add. Since they've opted to go with the traditional firing pin mounted to the hammer face like a Colt single action army, just making it a little bit safer. Okay, what we have here is a 4 3/4 inch barrel. Typically the Colts are manufactured 5.5 and 7 3/4, 7.5, 5.5, and 4 3/4. So that's what this is, a 4 3/4. Now this is an NRA edition, so NRA grips on it, color case hardened frame and hammer with a brass sort of back strap and trigger guard assembly. Very cool. It's probably in 45. It is in 45. Yeah, NRA edition, Charles Daly, manufactured single action army. Very, very cool, beautiful gun. What do you think about the condition of that one?
I'm going to go with excellent condition, Chris.
Totally agree with that. It looks like new. So we're good with that. So put that one away. Beautiful looking gun. Yeah. All right, next up we have a Sig. This is a P365. Now I seem to recall this one has an aftermarket revisions done to the frame, and this may be a completely aftermarket slide altogether. It has a Sig Romeo red dot on it, sort of in the XL slide length with the standard grip module, so maybe an X model. Now it's a P365 XL, it's a 12-round capacity, but there has been a lot of aftermarket revisions done to it. It says TJ on the frame. Again, I'm not too familiar with these aftermarket components. Very nice lightning cuts done to it here. It has the Romeo 3 day night sights on it like the Sigs typically do, so nice firearm. What do you think about that one?
In its current state, I would call it excellent condition, Chris.
I would too. Looks like new, so we're good with that one. Cool firearm. See a little different variety than we typically run across with the 365. Here is, you can take all that, Heritage Rough Rider. So this one does not have the conversion cylinder. This is likely a 7.5-inch barrel. These are in 22 LR, and they would have the conversion cylinders you could get with them in 22 Magnum. Now on this one, like I mentioned, a lot of these different single action armies have safety provisions added to them. Heritage has opted to go with an actual safety lever on the left-hand side of the left of the rear cylinder guard, if you will. Nice firearms. A great thing about these is they are not super expensive. You get Cocobolo wood grips, full steel construction. It's a really nice, hefty firearm for what you pay for them. Typically brand new, they're in the sub 200 range, around 125 to 175, depending on what you get. So cool firearms. Again, what do you think about the condition of that one?
You had me at Cocobolo, Chris. Once again, I would say excellent condition.
I would too. It looks unused. So very nice. Good with that one. Customer said excellent. So we are on board there. Nice. Sig P320. I believe this is the AXG. So it is the steel frame Scorpion version with the flat dark earth frame and slide with Scorpion slab panel grips on here with this sort of scale texture to them. Front and rear sight serrations with the optics cut up here at the top. Romeo 3 day-night sights. These are cool. They come out of the custom workshop from Sig in a nice case. You guys have seen a few of these on the channel before. We do get them in from time to time. So a nice locking case here. I believe these are 17 round mags. Yes, 17 round magazines. Beautiful firearm. Again, what do you think about the condition of that one?
I would say excellent condition on the Scorpion, Chris.
He said excellent, but then he wrote a handwritten note that says he looked over it closer and he thinks that it should actually be very good instead of excellent. I think I still will go with excellent on it. He's being very conservative.
Very conservative. We do appreciate that, but we're going to give you excellent on this, sir.
It should be rated very good. I would say excellent. I think you were right the first time.
Yeah.
So we're good on that one. So again, big thank you to our customer there. Also, thank you for the note and thank you for watching the channel. We will move on to the next one.
Next up, Chris, is one from a customer in California. Thanks for sending that in. And I have a Mosin Nagant bayonet that I'm going to attempt to open this without impaling myself.
Said we should use legitimate things used for cutting. So
this is legit as it gets.
it actually worked pretty well.
And I'm too legit to quit.
AMT?
I believe so.
Aha, magazine. An AMT, manufacturer of the Automag. And the Backup, which is what this is. The Backup is manufactured by AMT, as we've already established. Small pocket can still carry firearm. This one's probably a 380. That would be my guess by looking at the magazines. Yeah, it is a 380, also manufactured in 22 LR. Has a grip safety here in the back. These are really popular. See, when were the AMT guns really at their height? 80s, 90s?
80s, 90s.
80s, 90s. So
Yeah.
one of the earlier sort of mouse gun pocket concealed carry firearms, full metal construction. So it has a nice amount of heft and weight to it. Known for being pretty reliable. There's nothing wrong with an AMT. The Automags are probably their biggest claim to fame. The 30 carbine and the 44 and all those. And you have at least one or two Automags, right?
Automatic 3
Automatic
and
3,
30 carbine.
Yeah. What do you think about that one? 2 magazines and original box.
Considering the age, Chris, I would probably put the very high end of good.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Solid good for me, and that is what the customer said. So we are good on that. Cool. Little backup. Don't see them too often. All right, next up we have one from a customer in Pennsylvania, which is thoroughly saran wrapped. Haha, but my scissors prevail. Can your knife do that, Randy?
No.
I thought
My Mosin Nagant bayonet is no substitute for your scissors against saran wrap.
All right.
We'll be right back after this commercial break at 2 and 2.
This bud's for everybody who helps build this country from the ground up.
This bud's for you.
Here we go. Here's the Weatherby Vanguard, burnt bronze, bolt action. Nice. I like Weatherby stuff. Really nice looking firearm. Polymer stocks kind of got the spider webbing in it to match the bronze finish. These are actually made in Japan by Howa. And when it comes to Weatherby, I mean, they make excellent bolt action rifles. It actually looks a lot like the Mark V bolt with the little relief cutouts in them. Cool rifle though. What do you think about that one, condition-wise?
I would say excellent condition, Chris.
I agree, and that is what the customer said. So we're good on that. Thank you so much.
All right, next up is one from a customer in Illinois. Thank you very much for sending this in to us.
An old Smith box.
Speed limiter.
The revolver. Oh yeah.
What we have here is a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 38 Special Plus P
With laser on board.
with laser.
There you go.
Probably shouldn't do that to the camera.
So the body, ooh, and it's
Oh,
strobes.
strobe.
Did you get club music out of that, or a cat about to throw up?
Cat about throw up.
That's what I was going for. That's when you use the laser.
I heard dubstep.
Nailed it.
Thanks, John.
Nailed it.
That's what I was going for that too. Somewhere in the middle. Bodyguard 38. Cool thing about these is the latching system is actually up on top. 38 special. It isn't a light frame, so you do have sort of a polymer outer shell around the rear section of the revolver. Bodyguard J-frame, small concealed carry revolver 38. Really nice concealed hammer, so double action only. These are fairly easy to, I was going to say they're fairly easy to stack, but there we go. Now I get, oh, actually they're not. They're so light, actually on double action it's really a good trigger. I played with these before. I mean, stacking is about right there, about halfway through. So nice revolver. Anyway, what do you think about the conditions now?
A little holster wear up front.
Yeah, very
on the end
minor.
of the barrel, very minor. Honestly, I really can't see it out here.
Super minor.
Yeah, I would hedge towards excellent, Chris.
I would too. I mean, it looks, other than a mild amount of holster wear, which you can hardly see unless you're right up on top of it, it looks excellent to me. So we're good with that. That is what the customer said. So we'll move on to the next one.
Next up, Chris, is one from a customer in Florida. Thank you very much for sending this in to us.
Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Yep. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. So the M&P line, military and police from Smith & Wesson. This is their bread and butter and their polymer frame handgun lines. Now the original M&P would hit the market, what, around like 2010, 2011. The 2.0 came out about 4 or 5 years ago, so you have more aggressive grip stipplings, more like a sandpaper-esque type feel to it. Front serrations as well. Now this one is updated, night sights on it, 9mm in the compact frame. Again, not much else really to say about it. They upgraded the trigger on it too. The original first gens were known for having a little bit of a gritty trigger, so they upgraded that a little bit as well. But nice.
That one has an apex.
Oh, I was gonna say this feels even better. It looks like that. The upgraded trigger looks
Original
similar.
triggers in there.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an apex trigger. Strike the record. I stand corrected, which feels phenomenal. I love apex. Very quick reset, very crisp pull. If you're looking to upgrade polymer frame handgun triggers, apex is a really good way to go, and that's what this has in it. What do you think about that one?
Again, just a little bit of wear on top of the barrel, which you get even on new firearms. So I would say excellent condition,
I
Chris.
agree. Customer said very good. So, no, I would go with
I don't
excellent.
see another mark on it anywhere.
Looks excellent to me.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're good with that. So big thank you. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we have one from a customer in Utah. Big thank you for selling this one to us. Springfield XD of some sort, I am sure. Springfield XDM, or no, yeah, XDM Elite. Wow, full size Zeta 45. That is a 9mm, very large handgun. XDM Elite. So you have the tall profile sights with optics plate and a threaded barrel. So when you mount your can on there, you can reach up over the suppressor to get a good sight picture. Very large firearm magazine, flare magazine well attachment here to help you guide in those mags. Higher capacity, I want to say base is 19, but it's got an extension, so probably 21 or so. Is there an optic in here? Yeah, so there's an optic included. It is a Vortex Venom, which you'll be able to mount right to the top of that. So that's included as well, so pretty cool. The XD series, again, actually built by HS Product in Croatia. Springfield would rebrand them. It was HS 2000, that's how they came in, around 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. Springfield would rebrand them as the XD. They've since come out with the XDM and then the XD Mod 2. So this is an XDM. Very cool firearm. What do you think about the condition of that one?
Not once, not twice, but thrice. Only a little bit of wear on top of the barrel, and other than that, I would say excellent condition.
I would agree. I would go with excellent on that. So we are good to go. Let's move on to the next one.
Next up, Chris, we have one from a customer in Alabama. Thank you for sending that in to us.
All right. Here is a Wilson Combat Beretta 92 series. Wilson Combat and Langdon Tactical are known for doing a lot of their upgrades. This is a G model decocker only, which I feel like John Wick. One of these is from the case, but I've since forgotten which.
Serial number.
I think it's this one.
WC 1763 goes out here.
Okay. We will return this before I do that again. Anyway, Wilson Combat Beretta 92 series, really nice firearms. Upgraded grips. You have a nice, I like the slide cuts that they do on these as well. Night sights, enhanced trigger, probably a new mainspring and guide rod in there as well. So they really go through these things. Here's a letter from Wilson on this. The 92G Brigadier Tactical with all the upgrades. Mag Guide, Beretta Action Tune, which has all the different stuff that's been done to it. But yeah, they go through them and they turn them into really good fine-tuned competition or combat pistols. So these are awesome. What do you think about that?
Have to say excellent condition, Chris.
I agree. It looks fantastic. So we are good on that one. I think we have another one from this customer, so let's get into that one. And this one is from the same customer. There's a Sig. Nice. 226. I was fooled by the slide being locked back. The Sig 226 is a flagship gun from the Sig line, been out for a long time. Excellent pistol. Sort of would get its start with the 225. I think would be one of his first commercially successful ones. Is what are they? The P6, right? Is what Germany P6, yeah. And so double stacked, full size 9mm. Now they have the more compact versions, the 228 and then the 229. This is their full size. 940, 357 Sig. Sig 226, excellent firearm. What do you think about that one?
Nice looking gun, still has a hang tag, Chris. I would say excellent condition.
I totally agree with that. And that is what the customer said, so we were good on that one.
Hey Chris, the next one up is from a customer in Missouri. Let's take a look and see what's inside here.
Ruger. That's very shiny. Very polished up.
Yeah.
SP101. SP101's made 327 Federal, 38 Special, 9mm, 357. I don't know if I have them all covered. Did they ever make an SP? No, the GP. Which was the one? It was an SP101 they did in 22LR as well. Or did they do the GP100 as well?
GP100.
I think they did the SP101 in 22 as well. Anyway, SP101 is sort of the standard go-to small frame concealed carry revolver from Ruger. They make other things like the LCR series and the LCRX, which are a little bit lighter, but these are really rugged and built like tanks. This has a really nice sort of polished stainless finish to it, which either was polished up by them. I don't see these too often. You seen them that shiny before?
I have never seen one this shiny.
Usually a little bit more matte.
And this one is 357 Mac.
Yeah, that
you may have already said that.
I don't think I did. Well, anyway, what do you think about the condition of that one?
Because of the high polish, it does have some handling scratches on it, Chris.
The higher polish you go, the more you see.
Yeah. I can't do excellent. I can do very good.
I don't know what the customer said because it's not in here, but
Right.
I'm sure we're close. I mean, I go higher end of very good. So even if the customer said excellent, I would be cool with it. So anyway, we're good on that one. Let's move on to the last one. All right, last up is one from that same customer in Missouri. Big thank you. Here's an offer form for that one. Just didn't see it in the other one. And all the other paperwork. Oh, there's the offer form for the other one. No?
No, this is for the other one.
Yeah, okay. Customer said
revolver.
excellent on the last one. That's fine. There you go. Canik looks like the Elite subcompact. TP9 Elite subcompact. Yes. So double stack 9mm. This one obviously has the optics plate on it with a shield SMS2 red dot, which is awesome. These are nice pistols, guys. For the money, the Caniks are hard to beat. They've been coming in from Turkey via Century Arms for the better part, what now, of the last 7-8 years in big numbers.
Yeah.
For what you pay for them, they're really good quality and a great pistol to start on. In fact, we probably see more of these picked up by people for entry-level purposes than anything else now, because they are functional, they're great aesthetically, they feel good in the hand, and they work. And most importantly, they have a pretty attractive price point on them. So the base Caniks are, what, $200-300 somewhere in there typically. And they go up a little bit above that for the Combats, the Elites, the SFXs, and things like that. So anyway, what do you think about that one?
I will go with excellent condition, Chris.
I totally agree, and that is what the customer said, so we are good on that. Guys, that ends up this video for us. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking this video out. If you enjoyed, please let us know by hitting that like button. Please also consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you are aware when we are posting new content. We're going to leave you guys off with that. I am Chris.
And I'm Randy.
You guys are watching Marksman TV. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. See, this is why I use Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Come on out, John.
Come on out, John.
Let me have it once more.
John is coming out, folks.
You heard it here, live on Marksman TV. Where you get your news. Nowhere else.
My mom's gonna see this.
All right, where's
Sandra Bullock made other movies.
She was in The Safety Net and
Speed.
The net.
And
Yeah.
Speed 2.
and Miss Congeniality, which is a personal favorite of mine.
Me too. I thought it was Glock paper scissors. I've been playing this wrong all along. I win every time though.
You weren't
because I choose Glock over Sig.
That's why you're not invited back to the Moose Club.
That's right.
The Sig P326, one of the flagship, man, I'm having trouble talking today. It's one of the flagship guns.
Are you on drugs?
Yes. Are you on drugs?
Drugs.
It is a flagship gun from, damn it.
All right, Chris, next one up is from a customer.
I was off on you, huh?
Yeah.